wildlife in the background, but that's quite a ways off. Hello everybody, and welcome back to the journey. The course of this past week has been eventful, to say the least. Things get mixed up from time to time, and you never know which way you're going to go. Last Friday, of course, I went to go do my normal work schedule, and I was working on all that for a few hours, and after I got that settled, I was going to be heading out to Candle Coin and Stamps when I got a call from my son. He was actually in the area. He had done an interview for a new job, and he wanted to meet with me and hang out with me for the day. So I thought that was pretty cool. He had never been to a coin shop. He did go with me to the coin show, but he'd never been to a shop, so I figured this would be awesome. So he came up to where I work, and we headed over to Candle Coin and Stamps. We were in there for a little while, and we looked around. They had a pretty good stock of silver, not massive, but their display case was pretty full. And same thing pretty much as they had the week before. My son was looking around at all the different things that were available, and I picked up a silver maple. They had the 2022s, and of course they don't keep them in capsules, so I do that myself. I was hoping for another 2023, but I'm still fine with the 2022s. And regardless of the spot price that's been coming down here recently, this was still $29. So in our area, the spot price is coming down, but it seems like the premiums have been staying pretty much where they were, or they've gone up to make the prices stay pretty much where they were. My son, of course, he was with me and he was looking around, but he didn't pick anything up. He showed interest in several things, but he just seemed a little bit not ready, or maybe he just didn't have the finances at the time, which was cool. But we talked with Cindy behind the counter for a little while, and then we headed on out. We're going to head over to Silver Eagle, and as I'm sure you saw in my shorts, again, they were closed. I know he's got some issues that have been going on. I really do hope that he gets better soon, but yet again, they were closed. And I did remember about a pawn shop right down the road from there that I wanted to go by, that I had picked up a couple silver dollars from several weeks ago. And so we headed over that way. And again, we got there, and he had the silver dollars still, he had a new stock of them and whatnot, but that's all he had was silver dollars. He didn't have any bullion or anything like that. And I'm certainly in the hunt for bullion right now, especially with the prices staying pretty steady around that 29 mark. So we left there and decided, well, I'm just not going to be able to get any more silver for the day. And we decided to go to lunch. And of course, that's when I realized my mother actually wanted me to pick her up a coin. And so turns out the maple that I had bought was not going to be going to me. It was going to go to my mother. And that's okay. I'm happy that she is interested in buying silver. And she did get a few extra dollars recently, and she decided to put some of that into the silver. So I was happy to see it. Well, my son and I, we headed over to Denny's. I'm not sure if any of you have ever been to Denny's. I know Silver and Cigars enjoys Denny's, but I did put a few pictures, or a short, I can't remember exactly what it was, about Denny's, and I think it was just a picture of our lunch. But it was fantastic. We went in, and the service was very good. The atmosphere was calm and relaxing. And my son, of course, we sat down and had a good conversation and had a wonderful lunch. Everything went quite well. It was extremely tasty and fresh. The fries were crisp. I know I generally don't talk about food, but it was a fantastic meal, and I look forward to doing it again with him. And maybe we'll actually go back to the same place. It was really good. But after that, we went back to the store where I work, where he had his truck parked. And, he had to go back home, and I had deliveries to make. So we called that a day. On Saturday, I generally, as everybody knows, go to Candle Coin and Stamps. But Mr. Warren is actually on vacation. He's been on vacation most of the week. And the sad part is it's been storming most of the week, so I'm pretty sure he didn't get to do too much while he was out. But needless to say, his store was closed. And so I decided to go to Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina. My nephew had told me that a pawn shop there had silver in stock. So I figured I'd go see if I could find it, and that I did. I went inside, and I've been there before. I'd gone there to look at firearms and things of that nature because they had a large supply of those. And they did have some silver in stock. They didn't have too much. They had somebody had come in and bought a lot of it recently. But they did have some JM bars, some Johnson Mattheys. And these were in their original sealed package. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know a whole lot about them. So of course I put this one in a capsule. I think I paid $29 for it. And I've gotten so many comments saying that should have gotten more at that price. I'd heard of Johnson Matthey. I didn't know really anything about them. And it didn't click with me that they were vintage. But they did have several of them, probably another 20 or so. And I wish I had paid more attention, and I would have probably got some more. I might even go this afternoon to see if they have any left. But I did pick up that 1 ounce, and so that's pretty cool. I was able to get some silver. And well, I left there and decided that I needed to go by Harbor Freight because I wanted to get some stamps for stamping silver. And so I went in there and walked around for a little while and found the things I need. And right next door to them was another pawn shop. So I figured, you know what, I'm here. I'll go in and see if they've got any silver available. And I did go in, and I put up a little short about this as well. The gentleman told me that they don't. Well, I told him I was looking for silver coins, silver bullion, silver coins, quarters, halves, anything like that. And the gentleman tells me, he says they do not deal in silver. They don't accept or buy silver, except for jewelry. And I found that to be quite odd. I've never heard of a pawn shop that didn't buy or sell precious metals other than the jewelry itself. And I didn't even think to say in the short video, they only deal in silver and gold jewelry. They don't deal with the coins. And I thought that was quite odd. But it just goes to show that, not everybody does. And maybe they just didn't understand the difference. They said they only deal in pure silver and silver jewelry. And when he made the statement of pure silver, the first thing, of course, popped in my head is silver bullion is pure silver. And I'm surprised that he didn't understand that. I should have actually explained it all to him, but it took me off guard, and I went ahead and left. But that was my Saturday. And so I did pick up the one Johnson Matthey, and it was pretty cool to be able to pick up something. Sunday, I had a plan to mess with a silver pour, so I went to work early to get that over with. Generally only takes me about 3 or 4 hours on Sundays to do my rounds and do some counting at the stores. And so I did get that accomplished, and I went home and set things up to go ahead and work on a pour. Well, I only wanted to work on maybe a 1 ounce pour, and so I decided to, do the melting dish, and things didn't go quite as planned. I did do a full video of it, and I will have a link to that video down in the description if you're interested in seeing what happened. It was a learning experience, and I was happy to go through that experience because we learn from our failures, not so much from our successes. So I'm okay with failing as long as I learn from it and improve each time. On Monday, I was scheduled to meet with the sheriff in my county to renew my concealed carry permit. And I had done online the paperwork for doing that renewal, and then I just had to meet with the sheriff. Well, I got there, and the sheriff wasn't there, and I was directed to another lady who just had me sign some paperwork and tells me it's going to be 45 to 90 days. And, my permit expires in 4 days. I wish I'd have been made aware of all this. But, apparently they still threw things through snail mail, and they didn't say anything to me about it when I filled out my paperwork online. It said, I had to come in for the meeting with the sheriff, and I'll pick up my permit. Well, it doesn't work that way. This is my first time doing a renewal. So, needless to say, I got a couple more days that I can carry, and then my gun is going into my safe permanently, or at least until my new permit comes in. So there goes for that one. But after that, I went on ahead to work and did everything I usually do on Mondays. I do ordering and things such as that, make sure things are straight at the stores. But because I had given my maple to my mother, I personally didn't get but one piece of silver for the week. And so I figured, you know what, let's go back over to Candle Coin and Stamps and we'll pick up a couple more pieces. And that's exactly what I did. I headed over there, and the piece that you see right there in front of you was picked up on Monday, as well as another. So I did end up getting 3 pieces of silver for the week. I'm perfectly fine with that. I was actually only expecting maybe 2. But yep, I went on ahead and grabbed one while they were available to me. Get out the way, let some sun hit things, and you can see them a little bit better. There you go. On Tuesday, I went to work, and as I usually do, I debate on what I'm going to film that day. And I needed to do a lot of letters, and I'm still working on them. But of course, I did put out that video about that, and I got some responses, but hopefully everybody did get the letters that I'd sent out. If you were expecting a letter from me, look on that video. I'll have the link for that down below. And in that video, I show the list of everybody that I've sent one to. And if you have not received one, please let me know and I'll get another one out. And if you would like to receive one of my channel stickers, let me know. Send me an email, let me know, and I'll get one sent out to you. But I'm still working on a bunch of those letters. Hopefully I can get them sent out this afternoon. That's what's going on over the course of the last week. It's been pretty smooth. I didn't get a whole lot of silver, as you can see in front of you there. But, 3 pieces is better than none, correct? Even so, 1 piece is better than none. I'm just happy for the experiences that have happened over the week, especially the pour session. I actually did get in a new pouring dish and another accessory for that, and I plan on working on that a little bit this afternoon, and hopefully I'll get it filmed and up for y'all to see as well. But that's what I've got for you. That's what's happened over the course of the last week, and I do thank you for following along with me for the last few minutes and hearing my story for the week. But as always, if you like this video, hit that like and subscribe and comment down below. Let me know what you think. Anything that you think I should have done differently or anything like that. It doesn't matter what it is. Just try and be, just try not to be rude. And, I like to read the comments and I answer every single one. But as always, I thank you for following along on my silver journey. God bless.